Hello family, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about an ultimate transformation. We are looking at how a tiny forgotten seed becomes a massive harvest. We will connect this directly to healing your finances and your body, especially if you suffer from a chronic illness like hypothyroidism or Hashimoto's like me, and crushing that debt like me using the supernatural laws of Jesus' economics and tithing. So if you feel stuck in your health and finances, message is for you. So let's dig in. Now, first of all, you ever heard like food is good for your body? You have to fuel your body with good nutritious foods. So one of those good nutritious food is the pumpkin, and it's underrated. I found out that the pumpkin is actually a squash. Can you imagine that? So there are four things that the pumpkin has that is very beneficial for people like me. So number one, it has zinc. Zinc is a powerhouse. Pumpkin seeds are packed with zinc. Your body needs zinc to convert your T4 cells into T3 cells. And like I said before, I have an inactive thyroid or underactive thyroid. So it converts the T4 cells into T3 cells. The next thing is a selenium boost. Selenium reduces thyroid antibodies. It relaxes my nervous system and boosts cellular energy. And we all need cellular energy in order to live. Then also we look at, everybody needs magnesium. Magnesium is used for everything. So that's amazing. And then we have fiber for gut health, and it protects the lining, and it's rich in probiotic fiber. So now that we know about this pumpkin seed and all the things that it can do, are you ready for your transformation? So number 1 and 2, have you had your pumpkin today? Whatever you do, whatever you need, you have to plant a seed. And when you plant that seed, you have to make sure you have to cultivate it to make it grow. Just like when we look at the pumpkin, how it's a tiny little seed and it grows into a pumpkin. That is the beauty of the abundant giving. That is proof of abundant life. So now let's kind of curtail it. We already know what the benefits of the pumpkin are. But now if you had to tie that pumpkin into kingdom building and kingdom giving, Jesus economics. So let's talk about my $10,000 debt. So like I told you before, you remember my last video when I said I really don't think about it, is because money falls out of the sky for me. And literally, you'll find out in a minute. Why you have to tithe, or why you should tithe, is because if you're a believer, that's part of the obedience. God says you need to give 10% to me, and it's the gift of the tithe. But what people fail to see is that tithing comes with benefits. You know how some people have friends with benefits? Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Or you know how, prime example, let me give you some examples. Like, say for instance, when you need gas money and you're down to the very last dollar, what happens? Gas money materializes. Like what I'm trying to do to each and every one of you. Like I said, 2 of you will have the opportunity to win a gas card, an autographed copy of my book, and a fragrance, and I didn't put the fragrance in this video, of my sentence story. Why am I doing that? Because it's always nice to be a blessing. And number 2, so you just see the products that I have. And why am I giving away the book? Is because maybe you need a little bit of inspiration. Now, let's segue back into the importance of the tithe. The scripture tells us that it's better to give than to receive. Now, for some of you saying, well, I ain't got the money, or it's not going to happen, just like that tiny seed bloomed into that big pumpkin. And right now, and if you're talking about the pumpkin looking really bad, well, first of all, the beauty of God, this is not even the season for pumpkin season. For that pumpkin to grow, that's a miracle in itself, and that's amazing. So that's why it's so important to tithe. Now, let's go back to my $10,000 debt. So, any financial guru will tell you, okay, you have to hoard, you got to keep saving money, you can't give out anything, I need you to save. Just like if you're purchasing a house, they tell you don't use no credit cards, try not to spend anything so you can get into that home. Well, Jesus' economics works a little different, because it says, give me 10% of whatever you have. Malachi 3:10 tells us, test me. This is where God is saying, I dare you to try me. I dare you to give me your money. And then your money will be a multitude. It's going to bloom. And so what some people think when you tithe, well, I gave God this money and I didn't get no money back. But it shows up in other ways as well. He rebukes the devourer. Number one, if you drive like a long way to work like I do, 77 miles to be exact, I thank God that he's rebuked the devourer. The journey is long and the struggle is real. But I thank God that he gets me there safely and he gets me home safely. So that's a blessing because I tithe. With the gas prices being super high, God also says that I've never seen the righteous forsaken or begging for bread. I have never ever had to ask somebody, oh, I need gas money. Because that's the beauty of the tithe. When it comes to, if there's a broken family relationship, if you are a believer and you're paying your tithe, it may show up in forgiveness. It may show up in reconnecting, restoration. That's why you need to get my book, Deja's Love Tube, because it talks about forgiveness. It talks about restoration. That's why you need to get Deja's Love Tube. But, and you're tired, like if you have a health scare, a health report, like there are millions of believers that when they go to the hospital, oh, we saw this on your health report. But then you go to the doctor and it's not there. So whose report do you believe? I'm going to believe the report of the Lord. So with all that, why don't you? God say, test me. God said, I dare you to give me your money and watch how I multiply it. Because God, the tithe of God is about the spirit of multiplication. And he will open up a room that you don't have room to receive. But it comes with the ability, like for those of you who are like, I'm not doing it, I don't believe it. So I just have to say this, and I said I wasn't going to keep it to myself. And I was trying to get up on here, but sometimes these videos have been the hardest to tape. And it's just me talking, right? Because I truly believe that me being on this channel is me finally learning how to be obedient and listen to what God has to say. So first of all, disclaimer, I'm not a preacher. I'm not any type of religious teacher, but I am a believer in God and I'm a child of God. And I made a couple of promises that I'm going to make sure they come to fruition this year. And one of them is telling people about the goodness of God. And number two, buy my book. But I just wanted to say, as you know how I said I was $10,000 in debt. And I said that I really don't worry about it because money drops out of the sky. So this right here is a check. As you can see, this is a check for $122, and it's real. It's real. I had no idea it was coming. I didn't even believe it, but it's real. So like I said, I'm outside the credit union. I'm about to go deposit this right now. But best believe, because the beauty of tithing, I already tithed on this $122 check. And then on Friday, I get a call because I'm sitting outside waiting for an order for Instacart or DoorDash. And the reason why I do those is because I need supplies to fund the new business that I'm starting, Sit and Story. So that's why I'm out there doing it. And we'll talk about in another video on some funding ideas and getting ideas where you can start a business today with little to small influx of capital. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay. She gives me a call. She says, check your account. I'm like, huh? What? Check your account. There's money there. So I check my account and there's money there. So best believe that the money that I had, so my $10,000 debt is not $10,000 no more. So my $10,000 debt for this week, I'm trying to see. I'm waiting for it to clear. So then I can tell you next week where my debt level stands. And another reason why I do this is because accountability. By you watching me, I hope that you join my story and that I empower you and inspire you to get ahead and figure out your goals for the year, and we can do this together. So back to why you need to tithe. And like I said, Malachi 3:10, God tells us, test me, try me. And if you take one tiny step, just like one step, God will take 1,000,000. Because God, when God do things, God likes to, he likes to show off. And he just shows off and just takes it to another level. So now, I need you to trust the process. And then how do you trust that process? This week or whenever you get paid. Like most of you on my channel, I'm sure you get more than $1,000 a month. So take that $100 and find a church and bless that church with $100 and see if God won't return it to you. Now, if you are one of these people, I'm not giving the church money because the church gonna sit there and spend my money. I'm not doing that. That ain't what I do. Okay, then be stupid and don't do it. And where everybody else is getting on the come up, you still on the come down. So those of you who are worried that the church is going to spend your money unwisely, you don't have to worry about it. As long as you've given from your heart, because you've given, because you know what God is going to do for you, and you've been obedient, whether you're a believer or non-believer, God going to take care of them. God will take care of them. And you don't want, when you're doing wrong, you want to fix it yourself, because you don't want God to come there, because he'll give you a massive tornado. So we don't want that to happen. And I'm also sitting out here, I'm about to go into the gym and work out. But I just wanted to come over here and say, I dare you to try God and tithe this week. So if you make $50, you just got to give him $5. So whenever you get paid, pick an amount that you want to give to God. And then that $10,000 debt can be wiped out. Well, I'm not saying you have $10,000 debt, but that debt will be eliminated quick, faster with Jesus economics and kingdom economics. Prime example, who would imagine that tiny little seed producing that pumpkin that gives you three different elements, vitamins that you need, are minerals: the zinc, the selenium, the magnesium. Wow, I think we all need that. So as we journey together, I'm asking a big ask. I need you to click on the link, subscribe, join, subscribe, click, like, share, and then I'll see you on the live August 29th, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Because remember, God is in the business of blessing. So Malachi 3:10 says, test me. So I dare you. Well, I shouldn't point. That's not right, huh? That's not nice. I dare you to tithe. And then next month, when we'll come back to this one, click in the link. Or even when you tithe, click in the link and see if you got a great health report, God dropped some money in your account, whether a relationship or a job increase, whatever it is, God got you. I'll talk on you later. Have an amazing day. Bye. Bye.